on this buttered corn day, why not do something with corn, right? So there's plenty of corn out there, well, for the most part right now. I've heard, though, the crop is kind of dwindling down when it comes to the sweet corn, which I have here for you. But, you know, sweet corn, it's great alone as it is, right? Throw a little butter on there, some salt and pepper. Oh, man, is it fantastic. Well, have you ever had Mexican street corn? There's a couple different variations out there of how you can do it. I'll show you one of those variations for today. So you are going to start with your street corn that I have here. I still have some of the husk on it that you see there, but the silks are gone. And what I did is I fired up my charcoal grill yesterday. Got it really, really hot and put the corn right there on the grate. Get a little char on there, get a little of that charcoal flavor too. That's going to add a layer of flavor on top of everything else. Got some limes over there. We'll use those soon, but there's really actually not a whole lot to this recipe. So on here on my charcuterie board, what we got here is a little bit of chili powder. So a little heat, but nothing terrible. You can use minced garlic with this. What I've got here is just to make things easier, to mix it up even better and quicker. That's garlic powder. The cheese that you see here in the bag, it's also in this container there, cotija cheese. It's kind of like feta, kind of like Parmesan, but it is a Mexican type cheese. And then we'll drizzle on some hot sauce. Now, I would have cilantro just fresh and chop it up. Stores are out of cilantro. I went to 2 stores and could not find cilantro yesterday. I couldn't find it in the bulk. I couldn't find it in those small little packages. I couldn't even find it in the containers where it's partially dry. I couldn't find cilantro. All I could find was cilantro paste, which has, of course, cilantro in it, right? But a little sea salt and a couple of things there. So this should work for us just fine. It's just the cilantro leaves look a whole lot better with presentation. So first things first here, get yourself a bowl. That's what you're going to be mixing all of this in before you put it on top of the corn. So in the bowl right now is a container, I think about 12 ounces there, maybe about a cup of sour cream, full sour cream, none of that light stuff here. Now, you can use mayonnaise. Didn't do it because Ron is like mayonnaise, but you can, you're welcome. But you can also kind of do a half and half. You can do a sour cream, say half a cup of sour cream, half a cup of mayonnaise, and mix that together. But for Ron's sake, we're going to go just strictly sour cream today. So now all you're going to do is throw in your ingredients. So I have about here a teaspoon there of that chili powder, and I also have about a teaspoon there of the garlic powder. We're going to use salt here in just a second. That's really almost all you really have to add in here. There's just really not that much to it. You would throw some cilantro in there too, by the way, but again, I don't have it. So we're going to try out this cilantro paste, which I found right there where cilantro usually is. It's just they had it in a paste. So we're going to do there about a teaspoon of that cilantro paste, and we'll probably use a little more of that here later. So now all you're going to do is just really evenly mix everything up. And this is probably going to, actually, by the way, the process of grilling your corn is probably going to be what's going to take you longest with this. So just going to continue mixing everything up. Again, this is just sour cream. You can go just mayonnaise if you want to, just sour cream if you want to, or go with an equal proportion of both. But just kind of continue to stir. You can see how it really begins to come together. Everything is looking now very even. You're going to get a little bit of a reddish color to it. You may get more of a reddish color depending how much of the chili powder that you put in there. So that's going to be your first layer of heat, is that chili powder. So now that's actually pretty mixed up right there. We're going to put that off to the side, and you're going to take your corn that you have grilled. And if you want to, maybe soak it for a couple of hours. I didn't when I was grilling mine. That's why the husk here has a little bit of char on it. But hey, tell you what, that just makes it look even better, right? So once you have everything mixed up, get yourself a basting brush or just a spoon, back of the spoon, whatever you want, and you're going to rub that all over the corn, just as you see there. And there will be no more grilling or anything after this. This is all you have to do, is get it nice and evenly distributed. And it looks like we're doing a pretty good job with that. So now once that's done and you get enough on there that you'd like, that's when you take your cotija cheese, which is kind of crumbled up, and you're going to do it and sprinkle some of that cheese on the top. If you don't have this cheese or you can't find it, you can use Parmesan again because it kind of favors Parmesan. But if you get it, it's going to be great. Make sure it's got a little bit of crumble to it. These are small crumbles, but this is going to work perfectly. And we're going to throw just a little bit of salt over it. We're going to roll it. Throw a little bit of the salt on top. And then just for that one more little bit layer of heat, by the way, this is the point also you would throw on those cilantro leaves if you had them, is you can take your hot sauce, any kind you want to use. Cholula, though, would be a good one. And, of course, that's Ron's favorite. And just take your hot sauce and drizzle just a little bit right up and down that cob right there. And then again, top it with cilantro if you can find it. Nonetheless, though, there it is, Mexican street corn. Absolutely delicious. And we'll have Ron try it out for you right after the break.